Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, September 30th, 2024. It's 9 o'clock. Well, just a minute or two after 9 o'clock on this glorious day, and it is time for the Mindful Moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz, the Senior Minister here at Unity of Tucson. Unity of Tucson is an inclusive and loving spiritual center right here in Tucson, Arizona, where we are rooted in the purpose of exploring the principles of New Thought. That is the spiritual philosophy that we teach, in order that we may master spiritual understanding, find personal purpose, and develop a spiritual path. The Mindful Moment is a manner in which I engage in that purpose by being consistent in my spiritual practice. Mindful Moment is an opportunity for some spiritual consideration and also the practice of affirmative prayer. And I do this every Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m., partially to keep myself consistent in the practice, because what I have found is that consistency in my spiritual practice, well, it has enhanced the quality of my life. And so that's why I share it with you. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment. I say it every time. Please post a comment, say how, say hello, reach out and say hi. Just making some adjustments on my screen here. There we go. Got some comments coming through. Her barrelness, your barrelness. Happy Singing Monday. Yes, a glorious, glorious Monday indeed. Grateful to see you this day. I'm sure some more comments will come through, but I do want to offer this reminder to you. It is to say this: you are love, you are light, you are life, you are magnificent and divine. And I'm so grateful that you are shining your light and sharing your magnificence and divinity with the whole world. Thank you for doing that. Yes, yes, yes. So many things happening today. Sorry, I'm just doing it. So I got myself a little bit behind my schedule this morning. So if I look like I'm, trying to do stuff, I'm trying to get myself caught up to where I normally am in the live experience. Good morning, Beth. Grateful to see you this fine day. Take a breath. Just take a breath. There is something that is resonating with me that is one of those challenging things. It can be one of those challenging things to talk about. And one of the things that I really encourage an exploration of for each and every one of us, because it has to do with the manner in which we experience the world. That's a lot of what I talk about, is the manner in which we experience the world. And I just want to say, we can experience the world as a loving, kind, generous, we can experience the world as a place of belonging. We can experience the world in those manners. And yet we may be able to see experiences and things that seem to contradict that. And the thing that I want to encourage us all to remember is that the manner in which we see the world is how the world is, how we're experiencing the world. What I mean by this really is that I have had the experience throughout my ministerial experience as a minister. And I see these things repeated. People come to spiritual community because they seek something. And sometimes they layer upon the spiritual community the experiences that have been challenging for them in the greater community, right? And so let's say I come to a community and I feel like I am a victim. I have a victim consciousness. Let's just say that is part of who I am, that I have a victim consciousness, and I can turn that around, but I'm in charge of turning that around. What happens when I have a victim mindset or a victim consciousness is that I begin to see everything and everyone as a perpetrator of that victimization, that everything is out against me. So this is in many ways like a fundamental New Thought premise. how we choose, and it is a choice. And no, people want to say, oh, but I'm having the experience of those things out there, and they are, I'm a victim to those things out there. It's a choice to relate to the world from that point of view. I could say there are many ways that I can approach the world from the idea that I am a victim, but I, at a point, had to turn that around for myself, say, no, that's my relationship, and I get to determine the tone and the experience of my relationship. So we just experienced Pride here in Tucson. We have Pride in the fall for the LGBTQIA community. And we do it in the fall because theoretically it's supposed to be cooler than having it in the summer in Tucson, Arizona. But this past weekend was just as hot as any given day in June. So it was really intense to be out at the park for Pride. Anyway, I say that because just to say as an acknowledgement that I'm part of that community, and there are ways that I have felt victimized by that identity, by people being frankly being mean and disparaging of my identity and who I am, and making assumptions about me based on that identity that may or may not be true. Now, they're going to experience it as true, but I am at liberty. I have infinite choice in terms of how I relate to those expressions in my life. It can be hard. Let's face it, it can be hard. But the real message today is for each and every one of us to be on high alert with respect to the manner in which we are experiencing the world, because our experience is a reflection of our inner life. For the circumstances are the circumstances. How we choose to experience those circumstances, that is entirely our responsibility. And I'm not saying we're to blame for the circumstances. I'm saying how we relate to the circumstances is our response ability. Are we going to choose love? Are we going to choose kindness? Are we going to choose respect, irrespective of the experience? Because what I have found is that choosing love, choosing kindness, and choosing respect always lead to greater experiences of love, of kindness, and respect. I talked a lot about this in my Sunday message yesterday, basically asking, what song are you singing? Are you singing the song of love? I sing out love. I sing out life. I sing out light. That's what I choose. And I encourage us all into that state of choice. So just just have an awareness of the way you are experiencing the world. And maybe there's room for improvement. I know for me, I always find room for improvement all the time. And I'm always working to better myself. Always looking to better myself. So we'll take that into prayer, into the prayer experience. But I do want to reach out and say good morning to Jeannie. Grateful to see you this magnificent day. Reverend Jerry Stratemeyer, blessings to you. Grateful to see you. Reverend Greg Dorst, good morning to you. Wayne, grateful to see you from Calgary. Grateful to have you here. And so let's take that premise of infinite choice, of infinite responsibility into the prayer practice. If it's safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, I invite you to do so. If that is part of your practice, again, you can do what you like. You can have the experience. You can have the experience. Oh, Greg, thank you for that. I'll sing that song along with you. Appreciate that very much. Just taking a breath. Just taking a breath. And opening up to the awareness of the one power, the one presence. Opening up to the feeling space, the feeling tone of the divine, in which we are immersed, and there is no separation from us and the infinite wholeness. God is, love is, evolution is, forward momentum is, creation is. And we are, each and every one of us, we are these things. We are these aspects of unfoldment. We are God expressed. The wholeness of us is divine. the magnificence unfolding is our identity. There is no aspect of our beingness that is not 100% divinity. And so I find myself steeped in and being an expression of this spiritual consciousness, this infinite consciousness. I am an aspect and a facet of universal mind. And every activity in my life is the activity of the divine as me. And I hold this to be so for each and every one of us. And so I know that my active nature in the exploration of the world is the divine knowing the divine, God knowing itself, God meeting itself in every interaction. I choose for this to be my responsibility in my interactions. I welcome the reflection of love, for I am shining forth love. I welcome the reverberation of kindness, for I am singing out the song of kindness. I choose to experience the world from the point of view of joy, upliftment, magnificence. I choose this, and I know that I am met in experience by the choices I make. And so I trust all is well, flowing gracefully, easefully, and joyfully in the outflow and experience of this thing called life. And what a magnificent, magnificent experience it is. It is with gratitude and appreciation that I welcome the experience of this flow in this moment and every subsequent moment. I hold firm in my faith that this is so. And with gratitude and appreciation overflowing from within, I affirm it as so by simply releasing and allowing and avowing it with this. And so it is. Amen. Well, always a delight to share time with you, as I say. I'm grateful that you've spent this time with me and look forward to spending time again tomorrow. I'll be back at 9 a.m. on these streaming channels for the Mindful Moment on a Tuesday. Something more will be expressed at that point. And if you ever have anything that you would like to, express or have me talk about, you can always reach out. There's my email. Let me know. Audrey, I am, God is. Yes, we are love, joy, peace. Indeed, we are. Grateful, grateful, grateful. So I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace and blessings to you. Make your day magnificent. Don't forget, you are magnificent, and it's not because of anything you do. It is simply the truth of your being. All right. Bye, everybody.